Told you couldn't skid for shit. Come on. Was that it? That was weak. Alright, so we're putting Ash's water pump in now, and we've got to drain the coolant. Well, it's not coolant actually, it's just water at the moment. And what better way than just jack it up and put the wheelbarrow under it. Didn't even have to jack it up that high. It's actually really high for a ute. So yeah, we're going to drain that. Do a bit of fitting, some hosing, and put his water pump in, and then it's back to wiring. The fun job of wiring, yay. Alright, so water pump is installed. So, well, it's not final finished, like he's gonna get a new hose, but I'm just doing all this, you know. And we can take bits of hose to Autobarn or something and get some sexy blue stuff. But yeah, so water pump's installed. This sits there. So they're designed to just hang by the pipes. Most of the time you can get the brackets where we were going to mount it up higher, but fuck it, that'll do. So it is the bottom radiator hose. I just cut up, so it just used to come down and used to go straight, and then it had a bend in it. So that's a part of the straight part. It's got a bend that it used to follow over. So pretty much just cut, put in, water pump up. So pretty sexy. Can't hit anything. So it's fucking doop. We'll chuck some zip ties around it just to make sure it's not going to vibrate and hit things, but we'll do that once we do the final install. So water pump done. That was easy as fuck. Now we I really don't want to go back to wiring this thing. I'm over it. Fucking over it. And that I'm kind of waiting for some much needed parts that will, yeah, waiting on some shit, but guess we'll get back to the wiring and yeah, update you once we've done something or had a sleep, a nap, who knows. Alright, so about a year ago I started making up these to put under the drift car, and I finished 2 and I was super lazy and didn't finish the other 2, but I finished them now, and I'm gonna put the Datsun on them so I can get underneath and have a good look underneath and see what's going on. So let's get that happening. Alright, so we got her up on the big stands. Put this into comparison. She's pretty high up, so there's a fair amount of room under here. I could probably even pull the gearbox out. So it's about, yeah, my fucking leg high. And honestly, it feels really weird being that high, and I don't like it. So definitely have to lower this once we put it back together. But anyhow, up off the ground, I can check underneath, pull off underneath everything, strip down, etc. And even though I'm not supposed to be touching this for another year. Enjoy. So we've hit her in the guts, buddy. Do it again. She wasn't ready. Fuck, she hasn't been started for so goddamn long. There we go, she's warm again. She works. Hey? Oh yeah, no, there's no water. Alright. All good.
She's alive, guys. So lumpy. It's great.
Alright, so with this heap of shit, obviously you just seen it running. Been working on it here and there whenever I got a little bit of free time because I've been pretty busy on the week lately, but have got a bit of this stuff done. Just didn't want to bore you with it. So put new headlights in. They've still got their protective coating on. So new headlights are in, new side markers are on, and well, indicators and fucking shit. So they're both on, both the headlights are in, the grill's on. Okay, now we got this random ass wire that's just from the alternator. So this is the new one that's gonna just bolt up to the back of the alternator. That's already plumbed up on the other end, but I haven't bothered about putting it on because when we started it, this fucking idler pulley, obviously the bearing seized and just fucking shot off. Where is it? Here it is. So it just fucking died. So I haven't overly worried about that. Tap the thread for the temperature sensor, put the new temp sensor in for the, I will show you actually for that. I've done up this little headlight loom. I had to add one later on because these new lights now have daytime running lights. So that just comes from this one into, or comes over to here, but Ash needs to get another plug because the other plug was fucked, so we couldn't like dissect it and put new wires through it. It was melted and shit, but we kind of knew that. It got smashed up by the battery because when he got it, the battery wasn't tied down properly and it broke a lot of shit. So I've stopped there because that's going to tie in with that one and then go back. Just roughly put that there so you remember what that is. That's the overflow and then washer bottle, so combo. Now down here we got a bit of a fucking mess going on. So I wanted to take all the electronics out of the engine bay, but it's just smarter to run the fan relay here right next to the fans. So it goes that way, this goes this way. Power and shit and fucking that. So this is the water pump plug, this is the starter motor signal, and then this here is a harness made up for the fucking wiper motor. So this is taped up, and all of this is going to obviously get put in conduit and all taped together like a nice fucking harness. But here we go, here's all these wires up through here. Fuck, that glare is really bad. There you go, so bunch of wires coming through there that we've got to, obviously once we're finished running wires, we're going to tidy them up. These I haven't put them up yet because the same thing, we're going to put them up in a bunch in a nice conduit or flex braid covering. So all of this is all the same length and it all nicely sits up over the glove box and back down. I'll turn the battery on, I'll show you this. So It's his water pump controller. So at the moment it'll show you that it's not even 40 degrees. Alright, so when that, water pump's on right now, you can hear it. Yeah. Got this battery thing done. Oh, hang on. This fucking the wiring harness into the light thing. I need to fix. There you go. So I've got to pull that apart and actually fix the harness that came with that thing because yeah, there's a shitty connection between the switch and the fucking panel. What else have we done? So the batteries section's all complete. That's all done with his dual battery meter. Oh, outside wiring harness. So this runs to the fuel tank and down towards the the tail lights. This is tail lights. So I haven't gone any further than this because we're going to add in a bunch of shit back there. But so that's that one, which goes up into the plug which comes out under here, which I've done this harness. So we've sort of color coded the harnesses. So green's sort of like lights and blue's the wiper motor, obviously. Red's engine control. So I've done all the engine stuff. Come back to the start. So down in here where it supplies power to all the injectors and everything, all that's honky-dory. These are just old gauge wires. I'm going to fuck them off because we've got new gauges on the way. And this is the mess I'm left with. It's actually about half what we had before. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, slowly working our way through it and just doing all the little tedious shit. Hooking that up properly because it wasn't hooked up at all. I mean, the speedo worked, and I'm pretty sure that was it. Like the lights didn't even work in the backing, so like I'm gonna hook up the tacho and everything. Back to this. I don't know if you can see with the glare, but we just sort of glued it on. Hang on. Alright, so we got it, tidy this up. We'll wait until it dried. But I laid some like fat fucking beads and glued this in because it was the perfect size that fit in there, but we couldn't screw it to anything without it being out, and we wanted it flush. So all this is getting wrapped. This is getting rewrapped. So it's going to cover all that crap anyway, but now that it's all nice and dry, we can tidy it up. That's a light. That's a warning light for the controller. Yeah, so dwindling on all our supplies and everything, but making our way through it. So all is good.